Hi, I'm Chaim from autokitteh, and today I'm going to show you how to install, deploy, and run your first workflow on autokitteh. Let's download the server, and now let's run it. That's it. You're all set. If you want to run autokitteh on a different operating system or on Docker, go to our website and see the instructions. You can use autokitteh through a command line interface or a VS Code extension. To use it in CLI, just write AK and it will give you all the commands. For instance, AK version will give you the version of autokitteh. Now let's install the VS Code extension. Simply go to the GitHub repository, to the VS Code extension, download the latest version. To install VS Code extension, open a new window of VS Code. Go to the extensions. From the three dots, go to install from VSIX. Go, click, and install it. Let's download the demo repository to our computer. Let's open the VS Code in the sample directory, and let's take the quick start demo. Let's run our first workflow. The workflow is pretty simple. Upon HTTP request to this URL, this function will be called on HTTP GET and will print to the output the string with the request. The configuration of a project is done in a file called autokitteh.yaml. It has the project name, in this case, quick start project, the connections it will be using, in this case, HTTP, and we'll give it a name, HTTPcon, and a trigger. What will trigger the workflow? We'll give the trigger an arbitrary name, get in this case, and set that the connection it will be using, on which it will be waiting for an HTTP request, is the HTTPcon. We'll be waiting for an HTTP GET request, and this is why the connection type is GET. Next, we need to configure the path, the URL on which autokitteh will be waiting for requests. Here, autokitteh will be waiting for an HTTP event on a path that ends with a trigger path, which will look like this. The host, where the server runs, HTTP, which is the type of the integration, the project name, and the suffix we've configured here. Next, we need to configure the call, which function will be called upon receiving the HTTP event. In this case, it will be a function called onHTTPGet in a file called program star, which is exactly the file we've seen here and the function. Once the project is configured, you need to apply the configuration of the project by applying the manifest. To do that, write here autokitteh, apply manifest. That's it. As you can see here, the manifest was applied. If you will go to the autokitteh extension, you will see a new project is created. Let's deploy the project. That's it. It's on the server, waiting to be executed. Let's send the URL request to autokitteh. Great. As you can see, we got the request, the workflow was executed, and now you can go and see the logs. Here you have it. We have received a GET request, just as written in the code.